to another episode of the People's Mic. I'm Jim Peoples. Thank you for hanging out. We're back. It's episode 390, I believe. What?
I'm teasing him.
Yeah, he told me that I didn't. He told me people told him that I didn't like Jewish people.
But you look Jewish.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That doesn't mean anything at all. It means you can't. If anything, you probably hate yourself. Therefore, you hate Jews.
No. I don't hate Jews. My best friend is Jewish.
Again, that's a weird position to take. That's a cliche argument to make when someone is racist. They will be like, "My best friend's like that. Oh, it's okay. I'm racist."
It's true though. I'm not. I don't hate anybody. I don't do anything to belittle anyone. I don't think, anyways. Not purposefully, unless I'm trying to be funny. Sometimes I belittle people. Not to be mean, though. You know what I mean? You guys,
because it feels good.
Do you feel this? Do you feel the attention here? Is that
here's the thing? Can I say a smaller person?
Sure.
Right? And you say you came across a guy like me, right? Does it empower you to know that technically I can't touch you and I shouldn't touch you?
No.
So do you feel like you have more power?
No. But I do think I'm very good at finding the line.
Like we got into an argument, right?
I wouldn't never.
You would like push my buttons because you know I wouldn't do shit.
No, I would never get to, because I really.
Yeah, but he could if he wanted to. No, I think there's more threat in his eyes than it is in yours.
Absolutely.
You feel more insecurity from him, ironically, than you on him.
Because I was like, I know I can hurt him.
Yeah, but if he ever wanted to call the police, he could.
Yes, absolutely. And
which is why something you do to intimidate someone like that, you just scream at them. You don't fight them. You scream, and that's how you break someone down psychologically.
He screams at me, or I scream at him?
You scream at him. If you yelled at him, it would cause more psychological damage than the other way around.
But I would never raise my... I'm at the point where I would never...
It's so hard, the individual wouldn't. You the individual wouldn't. Yeah. Now, someone else who had the same muscular tone as you, same size, same... Sort of like dominating. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same thing. Peter.
Let's slide and make some room for the.
Peter, jump in
for the one and only.
Those things are heavy, right?
Those things are heavy. I try to move my fingers. Slide up this way. Slide to me. Don't fall off the stage. Come this way.
Go on this side.
No, over there.
Is that more? Come slide this way.
Yeah.
Good. We will make room for Peter.
There we go.
Is that good? Don't slide off the stage. Good. We're there. Let me get this. We're up. Hey. Introduce yourself. Did you do that?
No, none of us did.
Good. Introduce yourself.
Daniel Perafan.
I'm Doug Brady.
I'm Peter Wong. Nice to be here.
Peter, you made it. You made it. I love when you text me. Like, hey, can you jump on the podcast? You're fucking real. You can jump on my little shit.
Just
podcast.
show up.
Just show up.
Don't just show up. Just text me first.
Fine.
It's that rare occasion when the Rock is sitting here. I'm like, I gotta say.
Sometimes there's 6 people that show up at 2:20 hoping to get on.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes people all have the same ideas. Like, you know what? Let me go try to jump on and get on this mic early.
Oh, there's a new what's the word?
Device.
Device, technology, phone. I don't know what.
So
look at the microphones. It's different. The LLC is growing, all right?
Every time you come.
It's moving on a 20% basis over quarterly. Okay, just how about you relax?
The numbers?
Literally, like,
chill out.
You started off this year with no microphones. Now you have 2 microphones,
that's actually this year.
a new phone.
It's expanding. So how about you just chill out a little bit, Peter? Jesus Christ.
But it's an exponential expansion because he started with just an Android and that was a full year. And once he hit
I know I had to grow.
Once he grew like to 100 followers,
I need to know what I'm doing. I didn't know. I had no idea. I read a fucking blog that says just pull your phone out and record.
No,
I was like,
that's only if like for sure you don't want your podcast to do anything.
If you're poor, it was like if you don't know what you're doing, just pull your phone out and start.
I've had podcasts that, like if they actually focus on it. Fair enough.
You are at the level where you know a lot of people who know how to do this correctly.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, fine. Fair enough. Yeah.
But better. Like, granted, it's better that you did something.
Yeah.
Yes. True.
Right? But if you're willing to invest like $5,000 in a podcast, you can actually get a lot of followers.
I'm not.
You know he's not.
I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not.
You guys don't have just $5,000 lying around?
Yeah. Who the fuck are you talking to?
Oh, sorry.
You just throw
it's only $5,000.
It's only $5,000. Keep saying it.
That's not a lot of money.
Keep saying it.
You will get that it's a little bit of money, right?
Well, it's relative.
Yeah, I guess it is relative. That's true.
Like, it's only $5. You guys, okay.
Cambodia.
So look at your net worth, right? You have a car, don't you?
Yes.
So that car is worth a lot of money. Technically, if you sold it, you could probably sell it, take the liquidity from it, and then buy a podcast equipment.
Yeah, I can sell for 2,000 right now.
You have a fiance.
Yes.
So
sell her.
No, just hold on.
Sell her and start a podcast. You know?
If you want to sell, if you work together, you can actually make a lot of money together. Save it away, buy podcast equipment, and then sell something to the people. Right. The whole point of comedy is selling an idea. This podcast, too, is an idea. You're selling someone else. Absolutely. It's just the idea of you. You just have to formulate it correctly and sell it to the masses.
Not a lot of people are willing to invest money into their...
It's just finding the right people. Or the right person who's...
Which is a mistake. Right? What's the point of doing it if you're not going to invest in it in the first place?
Like, people try to go as long as possible without, like, putting a dime.
It's ridiculous.
Or, like,
it's
make
silly.
Sketches with the least amount of whatever. And then
exactly. But then the audio... Something I read... And this was, like, at least 5 years ago. And they said that YouTube videos, one of the most important things, besides video is not even that important.
Oh, yeah.
The most important thing is audio.
Audio's
if you can hear someone clearly, it's the most important part.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's literally like almost 100% of it.
It goes.
What's up, John?
Audio, video, probably about the same, and then lighting. So those three are.
Yeah.
You know,
if you don't even give it, like you can fucking put up like fake little backgrounds or whatever, and just speak clearly into a microphone, people will be like, "Oh, I'll listen to it at least."
It's a big difference.
It does.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I fucking watch his history podcast because I like to catch up or whatever, and from like 8th grade,
Is it
bullshitting.
The guy?
Which one?
Dan Carlin?
Yeah, Dan Carlin.
I listen to history buffs, like there's little like things like that, and then you can I can have a time I can't watch the video the entire time, but I'll play the audio, and the audio is just as good as the video because they speak clearly in the microphone. Everything's clear. I can understand every single word they're saying.
Yeah,
and that matters more to me than anything else.
Yeah, well, I think I think that's the same case for everybody.
Well, I'll say like if I listen to a podcast that I listen to regularly and they have a guest on they're calling in through Skype or something, I just turn it off.
Yeah, you're like,
I can't listen to it.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Even if the conversation is amazing.
Even if
you're about to,
because he gave me the option, he says bring them on camera. And I was like, can I press that? So to somebody, I don't know what John's talking about.
We're barely holding it together.
I don't give shit. I like trying to do
yeah, but good point. That's a very big factor.
Yeah, even if I love the guest and the podcast, I'll still turn it off.
Imagine speaking to someone and there was a 30-second pause between each conversation. You wouldn't like it.
You know how the news does this person on camera, and then there's somebody remote. You know, they do the camera. You can't watch.
They did the.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah. What?
It is a delay. and we're all like, what is?
How do you feel about the president?
But we see both of them in real time.
He's not that bad.
You wouldn't think that they could have figured that out by now. You know what I mean? Like, that's been happening since the 70s.
But there's a reason.
Guy behind me with a gun?
This is $1 million technology, and they're still lagging on it. And like, okay, well, there's a reason for that. Yeah.
$1 billion companies. That should be this.
Yeah, but like that means the technology is not up to par with anything else. Yeah.
Well,
but still, it's only a 5-second lag, but 5 seconds is a big deal when you're watching it live.
Yes.
When your life is in.
Some things just stay behind on how technology goes.
Yeah, because you can't just upgrade that. It's not like you can't just make something live. Even with Skype, you're like, hey, how you doing? Like that kind of. It's always Skype is always like that. So they're like, we'll give you crystal clear audio, but just wait 5 seconds, you dicks. Like that.
Fuck, Peter, what's going on with you? What's
I'm chilling.
What are you working on? You had a new
sketch. I just put out a sketch.
Yeah, I saw that. Right, it was like awesome.
Thank you.
I saw a thumbnail. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I gotta click on it. I missed everything. Like everything that happened this weekend. I saw the prompts for it, but I was just
just click on it so it gets the view at least, and then you have to watch the thing. Just click on it.
This is probably a microcosm of what's happening out in the thing, right? Maybe for every, and this is probably generous to even say that. Out of every 3 friends who see it, maybe 2 of them click on it. But I don't think it might be a stretch.
I spoke to. Goddamn, what's his face at New York Comedy Club? He was a comic. He used to be one of the power players in advertising. So he would tell me that there's a basic rule in advertising. It's like 101 stuff. For every person that watches or sees anything or does anything, whatever, they will tell 5 people if they hate it, but you'll tell 1 person if you like it.
5 people if they
5 people if you hate it, 1 person if you like it. That's a basic rule for advertising.
That's when you mentioned that, because yesterday I was taking that like social media kind of thing that they were doing at New York Comedy Club. It was like free, but Liz Liz Meal. Liz Meal.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh, they're doing classes every weekend now or something, right?
Yeah, but that was the free one that I sat in on. And she was saying, because recently she had a video on IGTV go to.
I saw it. Yeah, 100,000.
And what she says, she literally herself says, like 75% of the people who watch it hate me, and that's why it got so popular, because they share it and go, look at how much I fucking hate her.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the algorithm goes, oh, wow.
Oh, it's popular. Yeah.
What a great video. And it starts fucking popping
But
up.
it's ironic. Or like that.
Let's sit right now.
Let's go. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, no, don't.
What are you doing
Don't
right now?
do this.
Don't do that.
Do it.
Hold on. I can do that.
You can't like. No, but it's people are.
They can hear the sound. They real quick. It's okay. The world's going to be
It is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
You can't watch the video. It's not.
Yeah, what's the
We
point
can listen
of
to
that?
it. There's places we can't watch.
Are they
this.
hearing it right now?
They can hear it.
No, they're not hearing it.
Because
They
it's
can't hear
connected.
Are we
Connected
hearing it? No, we're not hearing it.
We're
though.
hearing it.
No, we're not hearing
Yes.
it.
This is the
we're
weirdest
hearing
podcast I think ever.
Look, we're hearing it.
I don't think I did. They didn't include me, so I didn't get to see the movie.
Wait a minute.
Just
Until
real quick,
later.
just a clip.
I got a bootleg of
We
it.
can't what?
All right,
We
We can't be doing this.
It feels weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it
go
feels
watch
odd.
the
It's
video.
wrong.
Yeah.
I can play a clip of it.
So that's the plug. All right,
That's a
we plugged.
plug. That's just a
Thank
plug.
you.
Just a plug.
Go check out the video on your own time.
Queens, New York City's most forgotten
It's
borough.
not that long either.
It's not long. How
not
long is
long.
But okay, back on the.
You guys are so weird. Like, we can't.
No,
do
it is
this.
odd. It's kind of odd. Unless you had like a green screen.
Like
and you pointed to
eventually,
it.
it's coming. I want you to see the production before that.
If we
Like,
had
eventually,
if we had a
there'll be
green
picture
screen
in
and there was a
picture
TV here,
yes.
and we could point
imagine
to it, and you're like,
if you could imagine it,
then it would be fine. The way you're doing it's wrong.
yes,
It's
in
not.
my world, I do what the fuck.
You're
I
not
want.
doing it correctly.
This is
It doesn't
another-
matter. Who's
This is a
correctly?
window to Jimmy's world.
Yes.
There's three people right here saying this is weird.
Yeah.
This is weird. He's like, no.
Like your shit.
Listen, no.
Like
He's
your
just
shit.
going through with it.
It's fine.
You're hurting me, baby. He's like, no, I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Two people
Yeah,
next to
no,
him.
no,
You're
trust
hurting
me.
her.
Yeah, no, she's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. He throws her around. She's like, my feelings.
Oh, my feelings. What the fuck?
But yeah, she's saying the negativity is fueling the popularity.
That's what people say about like Facebook's algorithm and Twitter's algorithm as well, is that it picks up on controversial topics. That's what it.
Imagine
like,
all the Trump
puts out
stuff
there.
that fucking goes on fire.
Which, again, it's kind of, I mean,
It's evil, but it makes sense.
well, what is evil?
Andrew
What
Schultz
is morality? What is controversy? I mean, it's just based on the social status of norm. If I went to China and said that their government was illicit and complicit in every single murder of political ideology that was contrary to their beliefs, everyone would be like, well, you're being controversial. I'm like, no, I'm being factual.
Right.
Controversy is based on the opinion of the norm at the time. It's not a big deal. It's just something we have to understand. Controversy on Trump, anything else, is just based on the opinion at the time.
Right, but I'm saying that the fact that all these people are on these social media platforms, and the social media platforms are putting controversial things to the forefront, things that will make people upset, and that just drives the public to be upset every day.
Well, it makes them stay on the
And look at it,
platform,
anger,
and
longer,
then they get to argue with each other longer.
That's
and
true.
You're on that,
And that's not good for the public, though, to be
Stay on it.
arguing with
Alex.
them all the time.
What's up?
Here's a very interesting
So
topic.
wonder if it's so unhealthy, because that's the sort of stuff that's.
Well, I got a flip phone recently. I think I showed you, right? Like, I got a flip phone. It's like I showed you too, right?
Yeah.
It was not the craziest thing in the world, but like I have a laptop too, so I can go on like other platforms and like comments, et cetera, et cetera. But I did it for the mental health part of it.
Just keeps you off.
It
You
keeps
feel
me off
better?
it. I mean, I've been reading more books. It's kind of weird. Like I'm just like, hi, I have time to kill. I'll read a book. And, like that's been happening more and more lately.
I think that's smart.
You don't
Yeah,
carry
yeah.
an iPod with you, do you?
No.
No. Okay, so you're just walking around, no headphones.
Reading
or
a
anything.
book, yeah. Just literally, I'm literally reading a book the entire time I'm walking around. It's good, I guess. I mean, it's great.
Well, I like that you're saying that rather than, the guys who, like, for the first week after reading a self-help book, or they're like, oh, it's changed my life, but they haven't even given the time yet.
No, it's just like, no, I'm
Clearly
just like,
let
yeah,
it
I'm just
settle
doing this for now. It's something I'm doing.
in. Yeah.
See it like that. Every perspective is very interesting. We're like, how do you guys feel about the migrant lockups that we're doing right now?
Well, I feel very confused about it because what I'm being told
It's probably different than what's really happening.
well, that's and also why is it a big deal now and why wasn't it a big deal 10 years ago?
Very interesting point. Good
What
point
is
as
the
well.
difference? You know what I mean? Because we were doing the same thing.
We
then.
supposedly had some kind of influx coming in, but even that,
It's
like,
a crisis
it's
situation,
the exact
I guess.
same thing that happened just a few years ago. Good
Right.
point.
We were doing the same stuff.
The only
We were
difference
locking
was
these
we had a
people up.
different
Different
president.
president.
Exactly. That's what it really stems down to. This has always been happening.
Right.
I'm not supporting him. I just don't like him at all. But I think he's a giant racist and Nazi. But the difference is, we're part of the good thing with him is we're looking at things and I'm like, hey, we've always done this. Mm-hmm. That's weird.
It is weird.
That's been the status quo for years. That the way this works.
Yes, separating the children and locking them up in cages. But what I will say also is that it is kind of as a country, we cannot afford to take in 2,500 people a day.
Why?
Why not? Where are we going to put them?
There's
what
an
jobs
article.
are they going to have?
There's plenty actually. There's an interesting article that came out. I fucking forget the exactness of it, but like, don't forget these migrant workers, and there was something pre-Clinton that was happening. Clinton did away with the law, but there was a time, I think during the Reagan administration, because he did give some. He gave amnesty to a lot of immigrants. Reagan, out of all people, gave amnesty to immigrants, Hispanic immigrants. He said that there was kind of a work release thing. So what they would do is they allowed people to come in through seasonal jobs. They would tax their wages. They would make some money, and they would take it back to their home countries. And that's really how it worked. So you had a few months here, you'd go back, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone kind of won. The U.S. won in taxes. The migrant workers got paid. They took that money, and they had some more wealth than they would in whatever jobs they had available at the time. Exactly.
But then I'm sure there were also migrant workers that would violate the...
Yes, fine. But the Clinton administration did away with that. I think that was during NAFTA, so things kind of changed a little bit. There's a lot here to take in. There's more legalities to it, like that we're not really considering. But in the end, you're taking people that do need some kind of safety and security, and you're putting them in a cage. That's it. That's what it breaks down to.
Yes.
If you were running from the U.S. because they were trying to chop you down because of if you were running from Detroit, let's say Detroit, right? It's just because Detroit is a common like gang culture. There's a lot of the crime there. So if you were running from Detroit and you went to Wisconsin for whatever reason, right? You went to Wisconsin for help. And Wisconsin said, we can't take you in.
We gotta lock you in a cage.
We're going to put you here, and we'll process you over the next couple months. Would it really be as fair than anything else?
Well, this is my big thing, is that it is, like, I just think about the sheer map, because there are 2,500 people coming over the border every single day. From April to now, that's been steady. 2,500 people a day. So it's like the sheer manpower that it would take to sort through all of those people, get them green cards,
you're right.
It's like, how many people are we going to employ
and we don't know
that?
Exactly, but there's plenty of people, there's enough jobs, especially in migrant work, that people can be fulfilled. The difference is also another side of it too. The different side of it also is like if you don't go through Mexico. My mother came through, and I should be careful what I say here, but let's just say, for example, this did not happen. This is a giant lie. I'm making this all up. This is not true. I'm a big liar because I'm a comic. Everything's silly. Let's just say, for example, my mother came here illegally, and instead of going through Mexico, she came through New York.
Right.
She would have a lot easier time becoming a citizen
because of her channel.
Because of the channel.
But so hypothetically,
again, that was just made up. I'm a liar. Don't believe me.
So in this hypothetical, she came on a boat.
No comments.
No,
that's fine. I'm not gonna go.
Did she come on a boat, or
she went to the Jamaican Keys in this hypothetical. This is all made up. Again, I'm lying. This is not true.
How do you feel about the Jews?
Counter-protesting?
How do you feel about the Jews?
As they should.
How do you feel about?
I like Jews.
The Jews marching against the border, against the borders.
As they should. They should, like,
marching.
100%. You're still locking people in cages. Again, in the end, I don't care how you feel about immigration. I don't care how you feel one way or the other about one thing or the other thing. You are still locking someone in a cage.
Absolutely.
Because they're seeking refuge in your country. Yeah. That's not exactly a nice thing to do.
I agree with you. It's really fucked up, but I can't help but to see both sides of the coin. It's like, yes,
and you're not wrong.
Everybody should be free.
There's obviously people who are criminals. There are criminals who are coming through.
But it's not even just a criminal thing. It's like, yes, everybody should be free. Everybody should be allowed to come to this country.
They're not. I know. You're talking about 9 out of 10 people who are not. Children are being locked up.
I'm not talking about criminals. I'm talking about the sheer a volume of people coming in. How are we going to sort through these
people?
There
are 201.
I think this.
Do you know what I mean? 250 approximately Americans.
2,500 people.
250 million Americans in the United States.
No, there's over.
You really think 300 million? Oh, fine, 300 million.
Look,
who half the time they don't do shit. Let's be honest.
Right.
They're not doing. Most of the time, most people are not. There's a UK study that came out that said most people don't feel like their jobs are adequate.
When they were coming across on boats, right, and they were parking at the
Ellis
Island.
Yeah.
How many people a day were coming?
Well, but that's the thing.
What's the difference?
We had the structure to deal with those.
Why don't we have it now?
Well, that's my question.
We're more advanced now.
I don't know.
Way more advanced.
We're way more advanced.
Way more. They're coming in boats.
But here's
they ate potatoes.
Yes.
They were Irish, for God's sake.
Here's the other thing, though. It's like back when we had these mass migrations of people coming in through Ellis Island.
There's no excuse.
The country, the United States, wanted more people. We wanted workers. We wanted people to come here.
And we still do.
Not the government.
Because we're in the Northeast. We're in a different place. Yeah. Half the people in the South fucking West have migrant jobs to fill. There is a percentage of jobs that can be filled by people who are willing to work a little cheaper. Fine, fair enough. Yeah. And yes, for cash, yes, fine. These are jobs that Americans won't fucking do.
Yeah.
Hell
no fucking.
I don't want to do that shit.
I'm telling you right now. You think I would you do it? You wouldn't give a shit. I'm sorry to tell you.
Heat right now.
There's a reason there's a guacamole and fucking there's a fucking shortage right now. Do you know why? Because no one's picking fucking avocados right now. No one's doing that right now because it's an immigration crisis. You need these people to do these things. I'm sorry it sucks, but it's true.
When I see guys doing jobs that I don't want to do, I say thank you. I was like, I see guys in the subway who climb out of the subway, out of the tracks, and they climb up, and they're like, dragging all their shit. I'm like, yo, thank you, because I don't want to.
As much as we hate the MTA, there's some asshole in the cave right now in the heat.
Well, those are probably citizen Americans.
But
it doesn't matter. There's someone doing a job you don't want to do right now, right?
And I assume they're Mexican, but I see the guys in the yellow shirts in the morning. That's super racist.
You could have said they're Latin. Just said immigrants, maybe a best.
You can tell they're immigrants.
I gotta go.
And I was like,
I'm not part of this anymore.
Whatever you're doing today, I know I don't want to do that. I don't want to be
a while ago, like I guess the argument for it, and I'm pretty biased.
Nevada, what's up?
I'm pretty biased in the whole argument. I'm a DACA fucking holder.
Yeah,
so I
you did.
I
think you just like saying.
You're DACA?
You say it a lot. I'm a DACA holder.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it's very current.
Oh,
Sydney, what's up? I did see that. I wanted to bring
That
on.
means
What's
I'm
up, Sydney?
undocumented. I'm an undocumented immigrant, basically. I was illegal up until Obama came in and then passed the DACA Act or thing, and then now I can.
Because you didn't have any crimes in your prior history, if I remember correctly, and you've been here long enough to be like, hey, look, I'm fucking chill. It's fine.
Yeah,
not a big deal. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm kind of have my. I guess I have my stake in whatever.
Did you have your residency or no?
I have my residency now, and it's permanent, quote unquote, but every 2 years I have to renew. So it's like
kind of fucked up, but yeah,
it could get fucked. Yeah, but I have to be a straight. I have to straight and narrow.
Yeah, but the residency is very interesting because they don't really talk about this part. Like, if you fuck up once, if you go to jail one time, they can just pull that shit away from you.
I think there's like even a documentary where some girl like had possession of marijuana or something. I saw the trailer at least.
She was a resident, and they just
she's a DACA holder.
They can pull you for whatever.
Deporting her.
If you were like pretty much if you go to a bar, have a couple drinks, normal, right, and happen to have some asshole talk shit to you, couple drinks, right, a little piss, and you pick a fight with him, they can arrest you, and you can lose it from that. Something that small.
If it's a misdemeanor or worse.
Yeah.
If they, but cops, they can fucking try and charge you with that.
Well, how often do you get bothered by the cops? Like, how is that an issue? Never.
I never get.
How good did that feel?
Oh yeah, but I also, I behave in a very civil.
Oh boy,
manner.
this is
wow.
But that's the thing, isn't it? It's kind of odd. Like,
well, okay, so but
I said that just to rile you.
Yeah,
here's my question.
You're fucking talking like. I'm the son of the legal immigrants. I'm like, I
saw a guy in the train. I used to.
So what?
I used to. I'm all for it. They got all the signs where they're cracking down on Fahrenheit and all that shit. I'm like, I swipe people in front of cops. I'm like, fuck you, fuck.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck it.
You should be able to.
Oh, you do.
Openly insubordinate.
I did. No, that's subordinate.
Because we legally can be. That's the catch. That's the difference.
I saw a guy get on the train. Right, he was walking right in front of me. He had 4. I counted his knives. He had 4 knives. 2 in the front, 2 in the back.
Holy shit.
Right? Cops looked at me. They were watching me the whole time. And I couldn't pull my camera. I was like...
Was he a white guy?
White guy.
Of course
Goofy white guy. Weird hillbilly. And I was like, look at that motherfucker. Nothing. Not even just skipping through,
You know, after the second knife, you're like, how many are we really going to stab? All right, there's a certain number. You're like
4 knives. I can't. At least I know he had more.
All right, maybe the first knife. You're like, I have to punch in some guy's chest and then fight someone else off.
Right.
Yeah. There's only a certain amount of knives you need. You know what I mean?
You could almost argue that the more knives you have on you, the more in danger you're going to be. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because you're causing.
He's definitely a piece of shit. He's like not a hell. Like I could have took all 4.
You're saying I am privileged, right? I have a look of privilege.
Most people,
no one really hassles me.
You're safe.
You look well to do.
You look safe.
You know, yeah.
You don't look threatening.
Yeah,
That's
you look
true.
threatening.
Now, if Peter was
my
jacked,
muscles flex in my sleep.
Yeah.
No, don't forget, but the individual factor is important too. So, like, let's say Peter was jacked. He had the same muscle mass as you did. Let's just say, for example, right? You would still, there's a certain level of intimidation there that people would be like, huh, is he doing anything? When you see a super jacked guy and it's you in the street at nighttime, would you feel uncomfortable?
I dress pretty,
even jacked Asians are safe.
Feminine? No, not feminine. I dress pretty, like,
feminine?
Non-threatening, I guess. Or likable.
Metrosexual.
Androgynous? Not androgynous, but
there's a word out there that
you're
Metro. Yeah, Metro is I think is the best.
The voice also is very like Jimmy's voice is intimidating, and Peter's voice is not intimidating.
Effeminate. That's the word. That's for sure.
That's
My voice is a little
I have a bear-like voice, but the only reason it's okay is because I am small. So like people were like, "Oh, he's short." Yeah. All right, shut up.
I'll tell you,
I'm short. Fine. Because I'm short.
Sexy.
All right, shut up. Because I'm short, people aren't that intimidating. I have a very intimidating voice. If I was bigger, people would be like, well, I don't know about that anymore.
I did get a random bag search at Union Square.
Did you?
Once, and I remember I was like,
if I get a bag search,
I was in my head. I was like, "How dare you searching me?
I'm a pussy."
Oh my god!
I was so indignant about it.
If I have a bag search, I'm just leaving the bag.
One time,
I'm like, I don't even want to do it.
Take it
because I have no idea what's in this fucking bag, and I don't want you guys.
Well, you can be like, I don't want to have my bag searched. I'm leaving the train. You can say that.
Follow you on the way out.
No, but they can't. But they're not allowed to do that.
You have paranoia that's not reasonable.
If it's under suspicion, they have no reason. If you want to say no because of your civil rights,
they say on the overhead though that any bags
exactly. But you can say on the way in, if they want to search you, you can say, I don't want to have my bag searched. I don't feel comfortable. I'm leaving the train. You can do that.
You can leave.
You legally can do that.
Go to another one. If they catch you, go to another.
Then you can get fucked up. Yeah. But then just take a cab, and that's it. For your civil rights.
You have the options. Just take a cab. Just take a $5,000.
Oh, take an Uber everywhere. Yeah. I'll just have a $20,000 bill every month. Yeah.
But it's really. How they kind of just when it happened, it was just like, oh, you're selected for a random bag search, go, and then they do it as quick as possible, so you don't have enough time to even kind of go.
They
like,
pull you aside, they catch you. I don't even make eye contact.
I had a cop do it once. I mean, he's just like he's an old fucking sergeant or whatever, a little chunky, and he was just like random bag search. I was like, no. He's like, really? Just fucking give me your... He's like, he knew I didn't have anything on me. He's like, come on, I just need one white guy. He didn't know I wasn't like... Why? He was just like, I need something to make this not racist. Come on, just fucking... Like, oh, we opened your bag and we looked in it. There's nothing in there, dog. Go on your way. I could have had a gun in there. It doesn't matter.
I got bag searched in Jersey City when I was getting on the PATH train, and the guy took my bag, and I had like an ounce of weed in there, and he opened the pocket, looked straight at the weed, looked at me, closed the bag, and just gave it to me.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's fucked up. Well, they don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, they're not looking for drugs for the most part, right? They're looking for
they're looking for
I will say though, if Jimmy,
they're looking for black guys.
If Jimmy had that ounce of weed, he would have been taken.
We said that, right? Yeah.
They're looking for who's dangerous at the time.
Yeah,
like if it's terrorism, they're looking for brown guys. I feel like everybody.
Be honest, be sincere. If it's your bag and you had weed in it, do you think you're arrested? That's it.
I'm pulled aside. I'm definitely a ticket. Depends on how much.
I don't know arrested, but they're going to give you.
They don't arrest as much more, but they're going to give me a hard time.
Oh, they'll at the very least, it will take the weed from you and destroy it in front of you.
Yeah,
I've had that happen. They're like, fine, you're not going. You guys are like, we were like 16 drinking in the car, and the cops pulled us over. They fucking searched us, whatever. And they were like, they found liquor bottles and shit, and they didn't fucking arrest us, but they just took all the liquor, they smashed it on the ground, and they poured it on the drink. And they were like, we were like, oh, that costs us so much money, and they were like, the fuck out of here.
That's pretty cool, though.
Let us go, but they were like,
they could have really, they could have really.
They could have, we would have screwed, for sure.
You would have not had a license right now, definitely.
What's the last experience where you got hassled by the police? How long ago?
Yesterday, right?
No, I just get looks now. I feel like I run the same schedule that the same cops know me. So they just like follow and then they'll like phone ahead and be like, yeah, just keep an eye on. But it's not.
You're being truthful. Like you really feel that they do that. That they're like.
Why is it impossible to believe that? I mean, cops just. It's not their fault.
It seems like a lot of effort for like one.
It's profiling. You're forgetting that part of it.
Yeah.
You're forgetting profiling. It's not, and that goes back to basic human nature.
It's not all the time. It used to happen consistently. It doesn't happen as like because I know the guys, the same guys, so they're like, all right, I see them every day, but there's still the look like, oh.
Do you think if you were a cop, you would be profiling as well?
Probably.
You would be. You 100% would be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
Because you're programmed. I can't speak from cop.
It's human nature. You're not. It's not your fault. It just happens.
Our cops say that's how they're trained. You know.
Oh, they're trained.
They're trained.
They look for this type of person.
And also through experience, you accidentally pick up on something else too.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you after experience,
at retail, and sometimes
it hits
your head,
exactly.
and then you have to go. No, that's a stupid thought.
Walk through certain neighborhoods. All right. I want to say this correctly.
No, you say.
But
now, if you walk through a social-economic class that happens to be lower, there's a higher crime rate by percentage. It's a very normal thing to believe. Half the time because there's no police presence, right? Mm-hmm. Very low to no police presence. Now, go on.
Just Newark Penn Station. All right, the most people who are doing shit there are black people. It's a sad. It's like a homeless shelter.
Say you have the shield. You have the card. Okay.
I hate that it's a fact. That it's a thing. I hate that it's a thing.
Me too.
I hate that it's a thing. It disgusts me. I want to figure out a way to fit. Well, they're putting a Starbucks there. I hope it helps.
That's the start.
That's the start. They put it. They finally said, you know what?
The moon, baby.
We need a Starbucks. Hopefully they'll renovate that bitch, and they need to flatten it and rebuild it. And because I took a picture, it was early morning. It was like it just rows and rows of homeless people. Yeah. And it was like, how do you fucking fight that? Right? How do you fight that?
Well, but this goes back to that. I really think this goes back to that immigration crisis thing. It's like, what do you
think so? The
about
homeless?
it? Yes.
Oh, you mean the solution wise? Like,
yeah. Well, I just don't know. It's like we have so many fucking problems with homeless people. Like, there is a homeless crisis going on in this country right now, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna let 2,500 more people in a day, you know?
Yeah, but it's not like, the homeless, let's make them not homeless. They take those jobs and everything's solved. Those are mentally ill.
I know, but we have to work on those things. But it's like, and part
of them are also like former veterans.
I know, and I don't want to be locking people in cages, but it's like, what do you do about it?
You can provide psychological and emotional counseling to these people for free. That's what you can do about it.
Did you see the?
I think he's being more pragmatic.
Did you see the Jerry Seinfeld and Eddie Murphy episode? Comedians in Cars.
Which one?
The Jerry Seinfeld and Eddie Murphy. The new.
Yeah, I saw that.
See that?
What is that?
Super new. It was just. It was the. It's just Jerry's joke about when you see two homeless guys together.
Oh yeah, one's giving him advice.
One's giving the other one advice. That's some funny shit. It's fucking true. He's like, because when two people talk, there's always one person giving advice. So two homeless people, there's always one. That was so good.
You ever see a homeless couple? Oh my god, that breaks my heart.
There's one at the McDonald's up here.
Fuck.
This is Big J Okerson.
That's what you get from it.
Yeah, that's what I get from it.
How are you doing that?
Oh fuck,
kids!
I'm over here just still free dating. I
love watching single people see the couples on the fucking.
I'm like, oh really?
Y'all
shooting up heroin together?
Absolutely.
Big J
like a
talks
sweet
about
couple.
this all the time. Whenever you see a homeless couple, it's the woman really loves the guy. You know what I mean? Because like the woman doesn't have to be homeless, like she could sell her body ultimately and be fine. You know what I mean? But it's like she just wants to be with that guy.
Yeah,
that's true.
She believes in him. She's like, he'll change his life around soon enough.
Yeah. Get it together.
Can we talk about Dina Hashem? situation?
Oh,
no.
I was surprised you didn't talk about it yesterday. Oh wait, there was no mic yesterday.
No mic yesterday.
Did you know about it? You guys know, about it or no? Okay, essentially, all she did was tell one joke on Comedy Central.
And that was another thing that I missed. Like I saw the bit say, "Hey, her thing on Comedy Central," and then I was like,
"No, it wasn't a big deal. It was a funny joke."
Yeah.
And it wasn't even making fun of him. And even in the joke, she references it's a tragedy. It's not. It wasn't a big deal. Some asshole fucking game show host from fucking Jamie Travis, I think his name was.
Jamie Davis or something.
Jamie Davis, some shit like that.
Fuck is that?
Some fucking asshole just fucking like retweeted it or something and bitched about it. And it got picked up by everyone else.
But I will say, great exposure for Dina.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Her mother's getting death threats over the phone.
Yeah.
But she got like 30,000 more Instagram followers.
Yeah, but people know her name. Everybody knows her name.
People are going to kill her.
Nobody's going to
She can't do shows right now because of it.
Give it 3 weeks. Nobody will.
She's also a woman,
I would
too.
keep pumping shit out.
If it was me as a dude, I wouldn't give a shit. But she's also a girl.
I don't think Comedy Central shouldn't have pulled it.
I think in 2 weeks, nobody will.
They should have had her back.
Yeah.
You should have had her back. Stick to the shit. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah, fine. Cancel culture is fine, but they also like pulled up her mother's address. They pulled up her mother's phone number. They called her. They did all this shit.
And then they reverse doxed the guy who shared like the original whatever David.
Oh yeah, and then he was bitching about it. He's like, everyone pulled their personal info from. I'm like, fuck you.
What time is it?
I don't know. It's time to get it watched.
You can't like.
2:58. Good job.
You can't like.
I'll let you close.
You can't bitch about. Like, you can't do it to someone else and then be like, oh shit, this can bite me in the ass. Whoops.
Granted, I don't know if it was his intention, but it's also really gross for you to be a comic and not understand that's...
Is he a comic, though?
Comedy. I think so.
He's a game show host.
No, he even has, like... I think he has a special...
Yeah, he does, and he does some kind of LA thing. I'm like, whatever. LA comics are not comics today.
Did the joke get a laugh, though? Did it...
I'll say it.
I think it's a good joke. It's a decent joke.
There's like 5 good LA
comics. If it got a laugh, then there's no reason for anybody to be fucking...
So the gist of it, I'm just saying...
It destroyed.
Yeah, then why is it a problem?
Because they're stupid.
If it killed, I don't understand.
It got the attention, and then people...
That's what Bill Burr always says. It's like these people that are freaking out of like videos that could put out. The joke always gets a laugh. It's like the people in the room are laughing, and then everybody else is upset for some reason. It makes no fucking sense at all.
These fans are fucking whatever. These are like.
This guy beat his pregnant wife. Yeah. I don't care what you say.
They're upset over a guy who's freaking some 21-year-old rapper who died a year ago. What kind of...
now we're going to get into trouble.
XXX.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag shit, XX or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's fuck him. Fuck him. He's dead. He's dead. Yeah. Why do you give a shit about someone that's dead?
Yeah, really.
I don't care about anyone that's dead except for Jesus. That's it. That's the only person I give a shit about.
Rest in peace, Robert Mortenthal. You were a great DA. God bless you. We love you, babe.
Any of you listen to his
No, I've never listened to his
He makes very good music.
Yeah, no, it's actually like so.
He did make good music.
He did actually make really good shit.
I started listening to him because he died, and so I say it was worth it.
It was good. It is.
Who did it remind you of?
His music?
Yeah. What was it like?
It's weird to say, but he's kind of his own. Yeah? He's kind of like SoundCloud rappery, but like he puts good. Like, really,
it's like
really
Immortal Technique kind of shit,
and he's willing to be emotional in it, and he screams, and it is fine. It's
legitimately good. Yes,
very good.
But it's also like he's dead. He's not gonna give. It's not like he's gonna give a shit.
That's a separate point. Yeah, he's a complete. This whole thing is ridiculous.
Don't play it.
He did some bad shit, and then also like.
But here's back to controversy breeding, whatever that whole thing on Instagram. Like she's getting stuff from this. This is like. People with hate comes to people who really like you.
5-1.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. Right. That's what. Yeah.
If they can spin it right, but also I can imagine her being a little scared. Fine, being a little scared because people are threatening to kill her, and win a little extra with the address and the phone number thing. Yeah. So see it like that.
Yeah, doxing is not.
That's him.
That's it.
Really not.
This is a remix.
That's not it.
You want to try like something like what'd you look up?
This sounds like every song on the radio right now.
Yeah, every song
sounds like no different than.
Maybe they copied him. That's also possible.
I have a good story. Okay, this is his biggest song.
But he was like 20, right?
He was young when he put all.
Yeah, he did get shot.
And he has stuff left over that people take and.
All right, slowly wrap this up. Where can they find you?
You can hit me up whenever. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Daniel J. Perafan. Check us out.
I'm Doug Brady. Watch Chessman.
I'm Peter Wong. Find me on YouTube. Search Peter Wong. I have sketches that I put out pretty much every week.
And that is it. Give it up for them real quick. We'll close it out. It's another episode of People's Mic. Thank you for hanging out. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com. What'd you say? Fucking, you know, I do you this shit. We're every day at Out of Shrunken Head. Thank you for them, for the People's Mic podcast, followed by the Mic. If you're out of town comic, you can just DM me, jump on the podcast. I always save you a chair. We'll be back tomorrow, and then we'll play you out. We'll do this thing, play you out. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. All right. Cool. Thanks.
I feel like that was a good episode.
That was.